Hey writer friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be sharing with you all about taking a social media break. If you're new here, my name is Holly. I'm a writer aspiring to be a published author. And this video was highly requested by you guys, so I wanted to discuss all about taking a social media hiatus, what you can learn from taking a hiatus, why you might want to take a hiatus, and all of the ins and outs, pros and cons. I'll be discussing all of that today. So if you're excited for this type of content, please give this video a big thumbs up and click subscribe to support my channel and ring that bell so you don't miss any videos. So this is going to be kind of a writer life update slash advice video because a couple weeks ago I ended up taking a social media hiatus. So first things first, why did I want to take this hiatus? Interestingly enough, I've never taken a full-blown all-out hiatus before from social media. So I was actually really daunted and kind of scared, and I had to ask some of my friends, how do I do this? Usually the last 2 weeks of December, I end up taking a semi-hiatus where I'm not obligated to make any YouTube videos or post any social media content, but I still have all my apps on my phone, I still go on all the apps, and I'm still engaging in social media as I want to. But work has started to get kind of crazier for me. And so in all of my free time, in between work, I just found I was just hopping on my phone, mindlessly scrolling, and that was all that was consuming my free time because that was all that I had the energy for. I wasn't having the energy to work on Camp Nano, I wasn't having energy for anything else, but mindlessly scrolling on my phone while watching Netflix, I could totally do that. But what I found happening was that there's so much negativity on social media, whether that's Twitter, Facebook. Instagram has been pretty good, but even sometimes YouTube. But I guess mostly for me, it was Twitter and Facebook where a lot of people can post negative comments, start arguing with each other, and you see sad things, bad things that are happening. And I found all of that getting to me to the point where when I went on YouTube and was all of the content that I'm consuming on there, it's happy, stuff and people that I'm subscribed to that I want to follow. And on Instagram, it's usually a positive place. But even on those platforms, I was finding myself getting overwhelmed. And then I would see happy posts and exciting posts and funny posts, and those were starting to overwhelm me too. And so that's when I started thinking to myself that I need a break. So if you guys are looking to do a social media break or a hiatus for any length of time, you first want to find out why you're doing it. So for me, I decided I wanted to do it because I found myself just mindlessly scrolling. I was wasting time and I didn't want to waste that time, and it was affecting my mental health. I do suffer from mixed anxiety and depressive disorder, and it was just really getting to me where I just was so emotionally exhausted, and just going online and thinking about even checking my email felt taxing. So I knew that I needed to make a change. So once you figure out why you want to take a social media hiatus, the next thing is to figure out how long you will be taking the hiatus for. And now for me, unfortunately, I only took a break for 4 days because I decided on a Wednesday that I was going to do the hiatus, but then the following week, that Monday, I had a live write-in that I wanted to do, and I had a lot of promotion for the Diversity is Lit book club that I wanted to promote, and I needed to stay up on it. So I was gosh, well, I guess I could go off the grid for 4 days. But that was hard for me to only do the 4 days because at the end of the 4 days, I wished that it were longer, and I'll go more into that in a little bit. But you want to figure out, are you only going to take a hiatus for a couple days? Are you going to take it for a week? I've seen some people take it for a month or longer, but really it's up to you and how long you think you need that time for. And we'll go into this again in a little bit, but what are you going to do in that time? And do you need a week to accomplish that goal? Do you need a month? So it's really up to you, and you can always go longer than you planned. You can stop your hiatus shorter than you planned. So there's lots of flexibility in it. It's not set in stone. Let me know in the comments down below if you've ever taken a social media break and how it went. And feel free to take multiple hiatuses because mine was only 4 days long. I realized I needed to take another one. Once I got back on social media, I haven't been scrolling as mindlessly as I was, but I still found that I liked the time that I had away from my phone and being online and being able to be present. So I will be taking one again soon. I'm not sure when, because again, I have a lot of things that I'm kind of promoting and trying to be online for, that I guess I could kind of like go off the grid with other things, but then come back for those things. So I guess I'm gonna have to figure that out and find a balance, but at least having a plan is going to be super important. So next thing is, how do you take a hiatus? So when I'm taking a social media hiatus or break, what I did is I deleted all the apps from my phone, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I did keep YouTube. That's something that with all the other apps deleted, I felt okay consuming. But even then, I made a conscious effort to not be like watching too many videos and things like that. So, and if I did, it was like K-pop dance videos and just like really chill, fun things that I knew was not going to overwhelm me. But so that's something to be aware of too, is that, you know, you want to make sure that you're deleting the apps off your phone and not just like silencing notifications, because you want to make sure that you're not tempted to go on it. And now you can also go on those apps. I'm looking at my computer in the distance, but you can also go on like your laptop or your desktop computer. But again, try not to be on those websites as well. Maybe even keep your computer off for the whole time of your hiatus if you have like another computer or something where you're like doing your writing, or make sure that like your Wi-Fi is off so you can just like write or edit or do your writerly things, but you're not tempted by all of the social media that's, you know, happening while you're gone. I know a tiny part of me during my hiatus was thinking like, what's going on? What am I missing? And I know some people told me about that they said like, you know, you just wanted to make sure that you're not like missing out on stuff. But, and here's another tip, because I announced on all my social media platforms that I was taking a hiatus, when I came back, I wasn't like bombarded with a whole bunch of notifications of things that had happened, people that had commented on posts and things like that, because I hadn't posted anything new. So there was just random things here and there. Maybe someone tagged me in an Instagram story, maybe someone commented on something I had posted a couple days ago. But for the most part, it wasn't as like overwhelming as I thought it would be to come back, and like it wasn't like there was all these things that I had to catch up on, you know? But that's definitely something that you want to do, is announce on your social media platforms. So on Twitter, you can change your name. So I said HollyDavis is on hiatus. And then on Instagram, I posted in my Instagram stories. With that, like that's gonna go away after 24 hours, so no one else is gonna see it. If I was gonna take a longer hiatus, I may have put that in my bio or like changed my name to say that, just temporarily, so that people would know. So it's just going to make sure that, you know, your followers are not going to be like, where are you? You haven't responded to this message. You've just fallen off the grid. And then also a lot of people can be concerned too, like, oh, I hope you're okay. You know, you usually post, you know, a YouTube video on this day, or usually, you know, are responding to this and this. So that just helps make sure that you're clear with everyone about what's going on with you, and then they know like, okay, I'm not going to bombard them with all these messages and posts because they're taking a break, and I'm not expecting a response or a reply or anything like that. So you're probably all wondering, what did I do during my hiatus, and did I think it was a success? Kind of the pros and cons, what I learned. Definitely the hiatus was a success. I just tried to chill, and it was awesome. I ended up binge watching a Netflix show. It was Say I Do, surprise weddings, super fun and just like heartfelt, where you're crying and you're like, this is beautiful and I can't stop watching it. So that consumed my life, and it was amazing. And I didn't feel guilty about it, because that was something that I wanted to do, and I knew it was gonna help me rest and recharge. So you wanna find things that will do that for you during the hiatus. Also, I did a lot of reading. I'm currently reading A Song of Race and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown for the Diversity is Lit book club. And we have a discussion coming up on August 1st. I will be posting about that soon, but I'm super excited about that. So because I think when I started the hiatus, I hadn't started the book yet, but I started it and it was just amazing. And it was just so nice to get into a new world. And I know I'm like very much into audiobooks because it's my way to read while I'm, you know, driving in the car, doing chores and things like that. But like being able to sit down and read a physical book was just super comforting for me. And then lastly, I made sure to go outside in nature and go for walks, because I am such a homebody and I like to stay inside, but I also know that it is very therapeutic and relaxing for me to go outside and be in nature. So, hopefully it's not raining or too hot where you are, or cold, depending on where you live, but being able to get outside or just be moving or something that, that could be very helpful. So you want to use your time during your break effectively. So come up with a game plan of what you're going to do during that time. And it's so crazy, but it will show you how much you can get done when you're not on your phone. It's like a mind-blown thing, like just crazy. That's why when I came back and I realized that I was going to need a new game plan coming back onto social media, when I was reinstalling my apps and re-logging in, I realized I was like, I miss the writing community and the online community, but heck, I kind of don't want to come back just because it was so good for my mental health. So I definitely want to find a balance, and I have not figured that out yet, but whether that is taking a break from social media on the weekends, but during the week I'm able to go on. I know some people do that. So I'm gonna play around with it and see what works best for me. But also definitely taking another long break is definitely in the works. So as far as ideas of what you can do, I recommend doing things that are going to be comforting for you, that are going to be relaxing, and then also trying to find at least one new thing to do. So with the summer, I know, and the pandemic and everything, some options are limited, but there are still some things you can do outside while staying safe. So, or even inside, maybe you haven't played a board game in a while, or you want to order a new board game online and play that, or, find some new outdoor activity to do. If you usually bike ride, maybe get some rollerblades. If you're creative, maybe you buy a paint set and start painting. If you like to draw, just finding something in the same realm of things that you like to do that, is cheap and safe and will help you recover without going crazy. And that will just be fun, because that's what you want out of your break. You want it to be fun and relaxing. So those are all the pros. I can get more things done. I can spend more time with myself and my loved ones, and I can try new things. And as far as cons, I don't really see anything other than you might feel like you're missing out on something. But obviously, if it's something super important, a family member or friend will let you know, and you can always come back on and check in, or you can have a friend be like, hey, let me know if someone posts something important or tags me in something important. So then that you have a kind of a backup plan in case you need to go on to respond to something that's super important. All right, you guys, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found these tips helpful and my experience taking a social media break helpful. I hope that you guys take care of yourselves during these crazy times and take that hiatus if you need it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.